Chelsea's summer transfer window has taken another dramatic turn as Napoli make a crucial new decision on star striker Victor Osimhen, putting the Stamford Bridge club on red alert. The Blues, who have already been active in the market under head coach Enzo Maresca, are poised to capitalize on Napoli's stance, while also finalizing a separate £50 million deal and preparing for the shock departure of Christopher Nkunku. In what is shaping up to be one of Chelsea's most transformative transfer windows in years, the West London side is rebuilding its attack with Osimhen at the center of their plans. Napoli's new stance on Osimhen sparks Chelsea. Surge Victor Osimhen's future has been the subject of intense speculation for months, with the Nigerian international attracting interest from several of Europe's elite clubs. However, Chelsea have emerged as the front-runners in the past weeks, pushing aggressively to secure the prolific forward. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis had been resistant to letting Osimhen leave for less than his €130 million release clause. But recent reports from Italy indicate a softening of their stance. Sources close to the negotiations suggest Napoli are now willing to accept a lower fee in order to facilitate squad rebuilding under new manager Antonio Conte. With Napoli missing out on Champions League football for the 2025-26 season, Osimhen is understood to be keen on a fresh challenge, preferably in the Premier League. Chelsea's long-standing interest, coupled with their readiness to meet Napoli's revised asking price, has put them in pole position. Napoli's new decision reflects both financial realism and sporting strategy. While De Laurentiis remains one of the toughest negotiators in Europe, the need to refresh the squad and fund incoming transfers has forced a pragmatic approach. A fee in the region of £85 to £90 million is now believed to be sufficient to secure Osimhen's signature, far below his initial release clause, but still a record-breaking sum for the Serie A side. Chelsea on red alert. Osimhen, the final piece of Maresca's puzzle. Chelsea's pursuit of Osimhen fits perfectly with Enzo Maresca's vision for his evolving team. The Italian coach, who replaced Mauricio Pochettino in June, has emphasized the need for a clinical number 9 capable of leading the line with power, pace, and finishing prowess. Osimhen's goal-scoring record in Serie A, where he netted 26 league goals in Napoli's title-winning 2022-23 campaign and 17 more last term despite injuries, has convinced Maresca that he is the ideal spearhead for Chelsea's attacking unit. The Blues struggled for consistency in front of goal last season, with Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku unable to deliver the level of reliability expected. While Jackson remains a promising talent, Maresca wants to ease the burden on the young Senegalese striker by bringing in an experienced finisher like Osimhen. The Nigerian's blend of physicality and movement also aligns with the pressing and positional play Maresca intends to implement. Sources at Stamford Bridge suggest Chelsea are ready to move quickly to finalize personal terms with Osimhen, who has indicated a strong desire to play in the Premier League. His representatives have reportedly been in London to hold talks with Chelsea officials over a 5-year deal worth around £250,000 per week. Christopher Nkunku's departure, the shock exit. Explained as Chelsea prepare to welcome Osimhen, they are also bracing for the shock departure of Christopher Nkunku. The French forward, who only joined the club from RB Leipzig last summer in a £52 million deal, is set to leave Stamford Bridge after a frustrating and injury-plagued first season in West London. Despite showing flashes of brilliance in limited appearances, Nkunku has struggled to cement his place in Maresca's plans. Multiple sources confirm that Chelsea have agreed a deal in principle to sell Nkunku to Manchester United in a swap deal involving winger Alejandro Garnacho, though some financial details are still being finalized. The swap, valued at around £85 million when considering the player's market values, reflects Chelsea's willingness to part ways with Nkunku to make space for other attacking options. Nkunku's departure comes amid growing concerns over his fitness record and tactical fit in Maresca's system. While he remains a highly talented forward capable of operating across the front line, his style did not fully align with the positional, structured attacking patterns Maresca seeks. Chelsea's recruitment team, led by sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, assessed that Garnacho's directness and pace would better complement the likes of Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and now Victor Osimhen. £50 million deal agreed for additional signing. In parallel to the Osimhen and Nkunku developments, Chelsea have also struck a £50 million agreement for Brazilian midfielder Gabriel Muscardo from Corinthians. The 20-year-old defensive midfielder, widely regarded as one of South America's brightest talents, had been on Chelsea's radar since last year and finally looks set to complete his long-awaited move. Muscardo's arrival adds further depth to Chelsea's midfield, where he will compete with Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Romeo Lavia. Maresca views Muscardo as a key piece for the future, with his tactical discipline and ability to progress the ball-fitting Chelsea's evolving midfield dynamic. The £50 million deal is believed to include performance-related bonuses and a sell-on clause for Corinthians, making Muscardo one of Chelsea's major long-term investments in this transfer window. He is expected to join up with the squad during their USA preseason tour. Chelsea's revamped attack, Osimhen, Garnacho, Palmer, and more with Osimhen's arrival imminent, Nkunku's exit agreed, and Garnacho set to join. Chelsea's attack for the 2025-26 campaign is undergoing a seismic transformation. Enzo Maresca will have a plethora of options, blending youth and experience. Victor Osimhen, the central figure, a powerful striker capable of scoring 20-plus goals per season. Alejandro Garnacho, a direct, pacey winger who thrives in one-on-one situations and adds a goal threat from wide areas. Cole Palmer, the creative playmaker and breakout star from last season, expected to take on more responsibility. Noni Madueke, the unpredictable winger offering flair and width on the right. Nicholas Jackson, a young striker who will continue to develop and rotate with Osimhen. João Pedro, recently signed from Brighton, providing further depth and versatility. Maresca's front line is now brimming with energy, technical quality, and, crucially, the cutting edge that Chelsea missed last season. Maresca's tactical vision taking shape. The overhaul of Chelsea's attacking options highlights how swiftly Maresca is stamping his identity on the squad. The Italian tactician, who enjoyed success with Leicester City before his Stamford Bridge switch, has placed significant emphasis on positional play, vertical progression, and quick transitions. Osimhen's role as the focal point of the attack will be vital, offering both a target for long passes and a striker who can stretch defenses vertically. Garnacho's arrival adds the kind of direct threat that will balance Palmer's intricate creativity, while Madueke and João Pedro offer tactical flexibility depending on the opponent. In midfield, Muscardo's addition signals a long-term commitment to building a team capable of controlling games through structure and discipline rather than chaos and improvisation. Financial considerations. Chelsea walking the tightrope. Chelsea's spending spree, including the anticipated £85 to £90 million on Osimhen, £50 million on Muscardo, and £60 million on João Pedro earlier in the window, has raised fresh questions about financial fair play, FFP compliance. However, Nkunku's sale to Manchester United, combined with expected outgoings including Conor Gallagher, Trevoh Chalobah, and Armando Broja, will help balance the books. Chelsea's hierarchy remain confident they will remain within the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, pointing to long contract amortization strategies and increased commercial revenues following their FIFA Club World Cup triumph earlier this summer. What's next for Chelsea in the window? Chelsea's business is unlikely to stop with Osimhen and Muscardo. The Blues are still monitoring left-back reinforcements, with Girona's Miguel Gutierrez and Feyenoord's Quilinci Hartman among the targets. Additionally, Maresca may sanction another center-back signing, depending on Chalobah's future. There is also expected to be a decision on goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga's future, with George Petrovic currently installed as the #1, but competition desired. Conclusion: a new era dawns at Stamford Bridge. Victor Osimhen's potential arrival marks the start of a bold new chapter for Chelsea under Enzo Maresca. With Christopher Nkunku's departure signaling the end of a short-lived experiment and Garnacho's arrival injecting fresh energy, the Blues are reshaping their squad around a young, hungry core. The £50 million addition of Gabriel Muscardo further reflects the club's commitment to building sustainably, even as they remain one of Europe's biggest spenders. With Osimhen leading the line, Chelsea fans will hope their long search for a world-class striker has finally come to an end. As the new Premier League season approaches, the pressure will be on Maresca and his revamped squad to deliver results. But with the firepower now at his disposal, Chelsea may finally be ready to return to the summit of English football.